Now, just a little warning before we begin. There will be major spoilers for the final episode of Season 1, since it looks like there might be a Season 2, for the final episode of Moon Knight titled Gods and Monsters. So if you have not seen it yet and you don't want anything ruined, you know what to do. Click away and come back after you have seen it. Okay, so that said, what'd you think of the finale of Moon Knight?
I liked it. I definitely liked it. It was...
I definitely liked it.
It wasn't just a battle, like
it was a lot of battle.
There was a lot of battle, but there were still things in there that kept you guessing and questions that need answering. And I liked that it wasn't like they didn't give you this like cameo fest leading into the other MCU shows or talking about them. They stuck strictly to Moon Knight.
Yeah, and we finally did get Moon Knight, actual Moon Knight. That was one of my kind of little gripes about the previous few episodes was no Moon Knight. I mean, Khonshu gets kind of, locked away, if you will, so you understand that in story, but you still kind of want a little more Moon Knight out of this, and we got plenty of Moon Knight, plenty of action in this final episode.
It was really cool to see the balancing between Steven and Mark, Moon Knight, Mr. Knight. I really appreciated that. I
thought that was one of the highlights of the series, is you really feel like they are totally different characters, Steven and Mark, and even when they talk to each other, when they're kind of in the afterlife, you're like forgetting that they're the same person, essentially. I mean, split personalities and all that, and there's another personality as well, but I thought that was really well done. And again, applaud Oscar Isaac for his acting in this. I know people have problems with his English accent, that it doesn't work, but I mean, here in America,
it's not supposed to be. It's based on this character in a film.
Fair enough. So that does make sense in the story. But I mean, here in America, an English accent is an English accent to us. So us Uncoth people over here. But anyway.
No, there was a lot to really enjoy in this episode. I liked Layla becoming an avid. I like that she kept refused Khonshu straight out. She said him free, and he's like, "Hey, you want to be my avatar?" And she's like, "No, I don't want anything to do with you." Then we saw she took Ta'awet up on the offer, and she got her red scarab costume. I mean, it did have the scarab emblem on it and everything. We know she's got the scarab tattoo. Her dad called her his little scarab.
That's such a weird nickname for your kid. Come here, my little scarab.
Well, he's an Egyptian archaeologist, and she's Egyptian. And
yeah, you're all defensive on me. I was joking, but
she's
better than the nicknames I had when I was a kid. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it is a good nickname. I take it all back.
Take it all back.
I had weird nicknames for my parents.
Right. I loved so much about this. I thought it was really the whole series in general was just really different and cool. I liked that there was definitely a grittier aspect to it, which was a refreshing change.
Slightly
we just got off of Hawkeye, and
yeah, Hawkeye was
not
fun,
gritty.
A little more lighthearted and fun. No, but I mean, I don't know that it was that gritty. I mean, there was a lot of talk about how dark it was going to be.
Beating stuff up and the psychological aspects.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, but not as gritty as it's the Batman or anything like that. No. Which I'm not saying it should be, but it's. I don't know that I would call this really gritty. Gritty for the MCU, maybe, but not gritty in general.
No, I can agree with that.
But no, I enjoyed it for the most part. It was kind of a big kaiju battle there at the end.
That was hilarious, though. I was sitting there, looking at him, let them fight.
Yes,
got into the Godzilla reference. I was like, good. We get regular battle down here. We've got a kaiju battle in the background.
With the pyramids as your backdrop.
Oh my gosh, Ahmet's look was really cool.
Really cool, yeah.
Really cool.
The crocodile alligator look.
Egyptian goddess.
Yeah.
Very cool.
No, I thought the CGI looked good on that. Same with the the hippo from before. I thought all the CGI was. I mean, for a Disney Plus series, it's not going to be maybe movie quality, but it still looks really good. No complaints there.
I like that we got to actually see Khonshu in action too, moving around and fighting. And it is weird. I don't know the lore on Moon Knight 100% and everything, but it's interesting that he is a skeletal bird, but the other ones are full on animals.
Yeah.
I mean, she even made a comment that he's looked better. He's seen better days. I don't know if there's lore reasons behind that he doesn't look like a fully fleshed out bird, but I thought it was cool. There was a little nod in there.
Yeah, very cool. And we finally get to see the third, personality in there, too.
Oh, my gosh, Jake.
Jake. Crazy Jake. That's what I'm going to call him.
Call him Crazy Jake.
Well, I guess that's probably insensitive.
Cool.
I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. He is
rough and ready Jake.
Yes, rough. There we go. Rough and ready Jake. We'll call him R&R Jake.
No, but I really that's that post-credit scene where he takes Harrow out of the institute and puts him in the back of a car with Khonshu, who's dressed in his like a Mr. Knight suit.
Well, he learned some style.
But this could also be showcasing that Khonshu is almost in his ways. He's as fractured as Mark is.
Interesting, yeah.
I mean, a dark side of Khonshu clearly was like, "Hey, Jakey boy,
no, R Jake,
you wanna be my avatar? You like dealing out the punishment and getting the vengeance." But how long is it really until Mark and Steven figure this out?
Well, it's got to be soon, because if Mark and Steven are cooperating, if you will, they're going to know there's gaps, right?
Not to mention, if one aspect of his personality has a deal with Khonshu, he has a deal with Khonshu. Yeah. He's still on one body.
Yeah, well, that's how they get
around.
Which
means the other two could theoretically put the suits back on.
Well, yeah, because he released them, but then, Jake was like, hey, let's make a deal. I'm good.
Let's make a deal. I'm good.
But I get to speak for the body, which is all the personalities, so we're all back in.
He took his turn, definitely.
Yeah.
It was a little disappointing that we didn't see the fight at the end, when it kind of like all of a sudden it glitches out. And he clearly kicked some butt all over the place, and we're just like, and Layla's like, what just happened? Yeah. Well, Layla, tell us what just happened.
Yeah, why don't you show us what just happened?
Did his suit change too? I mean, the other two each have an individual suit, so
I'm assuming Jake. I mean, for simplicity's sake and going forward, assuming there is a season 2, which seems to be kind of confirmed because they changed this from series finale to season finale. So it seems to imply, I don't know if any news has come out today or anything, but it seems to imply a season 2 is coming. So I would think, for simplicity's sake, you would want, Jake's Moon Knight to look different from Mark's and Steven's, so you can always know which Moon Knight you're looking at.
Right.
Because I think that works really well with the Steven and the Mark, where you have, Mr. Moon Knight and, regular kick butt Moon Knight. Though
it's
Steven does kick butt.
Interesting that he might be his own enemy in the next season.
I think he's almost certainly going to be.
What I thought was really cool is, as I don't know Moon Knight well, but one character I do know well that this reminded me of is the Sentry.
Oh, yeah.
Sentry, the power of 1,000 suns. Literally one of the top tier, highest powered characters in the entire Marvel universe. Yeah. And he is his literal own worst enemy. He has the void living inside of him, which is everything he is not. At one point, he threw himself into the sun to get rid of, the void.
It's dedication. That's dedication.
And then he still managed to come back because he's too powerful even for that. But it reminded me of that, how, the Sentry was literally his own worst enemy, and Mark's going to run into the same problem. Mark Steven's going to run into the same problem.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Well, hopefully interesting, because I like I said, I think we're going to see a season 2. I think this was pretty popular, pretty successful, as far as I know. We don't have any numbers or anything, but
no, we don't have it ranked against the other series so far.
But everything I've read has been pretty positive about it.
Oh my gosh, we should do that. We should rank the series.
Well, there are people who want us to go back and do the Marvel. I started on the other channel a Marvel cinematic ranking where I was doing the movies, so we could finish the movies, which I've only done like the first 6, and then move on to the series and put them all together and have 2 separate lists and then a combined list.
Oh, come on. Everyone loves a tier list.
Everybody loves lists. Come on now.
Oh, I love lists.
I love lists as well. I'm such a mathematical person, though I'm also hopefully creative as well. I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, you know what disappointed me? Harrow didn't get a superhero suit.
He didn't.
No.
Sorry.
He had a he had a staff.
Yeah, he had the staff, and he never. He
became her avatar.
Yeah. But it was weird because
the avatar.
They were all on and about, and I was kind of confused.
Those were his disciples, which are her disciples. So apparently, he could funnel power through himself to them.
Yeah, but I mean, there's kind of conflicting because we're told they can't really intervene or interfere, and yet they're having a kaiju battle. To me, that's interfering.
And what this proved is that people are only evil if Amet sees them as being evil.
Yeah. Because
think about it. His disciples were all balanced. They were people who did not do harm and were not going to do harm. Yet it was okay by Amet's rules if they went out and killed other people because they were not balanced.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's what I said is the problem with that. It's people who are not going to do her harm is the ones she's most interested or worried about. People who will do harm for her are fine.
Which, in regular people sense, by them wiping out people who may not have done evil yet, would make them evil.
Yes.
by normal people standards, but but she's like, nah, doesn't count.
Yes, it's kind of
Killing a bad guy doesn't count.
Killing somebody who's eventually going to be a bad guy doesn't make you a bad guy, even though they haven't become a bad guy yet. Yeah, that's balance.
It's fine.
That's fine. Everything's fine here.
Don't think about it too much.
Yeah.
No, but this was all about what Amet saw as evil.
Yeah.
And doing evil in her name is not evil. I mean, she did excuse Haro and all the evil he's done because doing evil in her name is fine to her.
Well, yeah. Well, she even talks about how the fact that the difference between her and Khonshu is like, you wait for them to do something. I don't wait for that. I'm doing it and I'm preventing it.
Mm-hmm. But he saw that as wrong.
Because it is wrong.
Because it is wrong. She didn't. I mean, people do have a chance to change in between what you see. I mean, if you predict someone's future today, by tomorrow that could all change.
Well, yeah. If somebody told me I was going to go on a murder spree tomorrow, which I didn't.
And then today you tripped down a ladder and broke your legs.
Well, no, but I'm just saying if somebody
is now delayed.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. If somebody told me tomorrow I was going to do something horrible and I had reason to believe them, I would, assuming I didn't want to do something horrible, I would try to avoid that circumstance, right? Mm-hmm. So does that make me the horrible person still because
you want to
changed
avoid
my course?
Something? Yeah, no. I totally, that's the conundrum they want you to think about on this, and I think that was a great thing to make you think about. I mean, it is a little bit higher level thinking, and I like when things make you think.
Yes, I love when things make you think and aren't always just drawn out for you in exact detail and explained to you. And yeah, I like a little bit of, mystery involved, a little bit of, you having to either self-reflect or just, whatever the case may be, not just a straightforward, boring story.
Right.
Which I think this was. I think this was pretty good. I don't know that it was like fantastic and great. I think
Loki might still be one of my favorite.
Interesting.
For the series. I like Loki, and I found his series intriguing.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. I honestly think Hawkeye might be my favorite overall.
Oh, that was just...
I don't know. I really liked it.
Straightforward fun.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. As I say, I like those deep thinking ones. And
then
I'm like, I like the fun, frivolous
Sorry, there's
one.
a car chase in there.
I know
knocks it down.
But it was a good car chase. That was a very unique car chase in Hawkeye. Not the same, all like one shot and kind of moving around the car. If you're going to do a car chase, which has been done 84 million times before, think of something unique to do. But anyway, yeah, I thought overall, to kind of sum up the whole series, like I said, I think it was really good. Mm-hmm. I don't know that it was fantastic or great. I don't know that it was like as mind-blowing as I think some people were kind of anticipating going into it when we saw like that first trailer. Like, oh my God, this looks so amazing.
But Moon Knight is a street-level villain. He's a street-level fighter.
He might be a villain now.
He's a street fighter.
He's a more street-level, yeah.
Which is, you need those too. We need smaller stories. Everything can't be an Avengers-level threat.
Well, even this was kind of world, just another world-ending threat kind of on the horizon. But no, I agree. That's why I liked, the Netflix shows. I liked the fact that, sometimes it's more ground level. Sometimes it's more, one villain with his... kind of smaller, I'm going to take over the city, or, I got my corruption,
Jessica
whatever
Jones,
it is.
season 1 needs to be canon. I don't care what anyone says. The Purple Man, that whole story was just good.
It's canon because it's just another MCU universe, just another part of the multiverse, right?
But that could be part of the regular verse.
It could.
It very well could be. Because it was just that good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, well, I guess that's all we got for you this time. Now your turn to take to the comments below. Tell us what you thought of the season finale of Moon Knight. Tell us, do you want the series to continue? And until next time, thanks for watching.